talk about college football, right? College football, it's been on my mind a lot ever since, I'm biased, I'm a USC fan, but I had also talked about this being, the West Coast is not, if you look at it, they're really not focusing too much on college football because there's so many professional football teams over here, right? And there's so much stuff going on the West Coast that it seems like unless the Trojans are really, really good, that it doesn't get pushed that much. And I also think too, because Alabama's so good, I think everybody's kind of like, nobody's really thinking that Alabama's going to get challenged. Yeah, they might lose the game by accident because they get tired of scoring 62 to 7 or 10 every single game. But they're, college football, I'm not a huge fan of it right now because it doesn't seem very interesting. It doesn't seem like it's so lopsided. It's so top heavy. The top 10 teams are going to stay top 10 forever. Nobody has a chance, and they're all East Coast teams, Midwest or East Coast teams. It's not because the talent's not on the West Coast. A lot of players from the West Coast go to the East Coast, right? A lot of them do. That's a huge thing where a lot of players get recruited from the East Coast. A lot of teams from the East Coast come to the West Coast because I think it's something like 50% of the blue chip players or some ridiculous number. I don't know the exact number, but it's a huge number of the blue chip players that are coming from California. There's a lot of players. Obviously, there's a lot of people here too, but Texas is a very popular place. But I'm talking about the West Coast. There's a lot of high-level players that are just leaving the state, and I get it. You go play in Alabama, you're going to be on TV every single day, and that's the only show, period. You come over here, I could go to a USC game unless they're ranked 1, or I could just go watch, 3 football teams, 4 football teams on the West Coast play football the next day. Where am I going to spend my dollars at? Saturday or Sunday? It's hard to tell. It's, who knows? So I just think that college football, they're missing the boat. They're missing the boat. Why is it that, yeah, ESPN pays them a lot of money to broadcast a lot of the games. And it is expirable content, right? It's live content that expires. Nobody's gonna binge watch the whole 2017 Alabama season. It doesn't happen that way. There's no mechanism for that, right? So what happens? These games expire, they go away, but it's keeping cable TV alive. That's the word on the street, is that cable TV is surviving because of these sports. Because of sports programming. As the sports programming navigates to streaming,